Early in 2011, Chuck Bean and Jeff Allen of Great West Casualty presented Ted Perriman of the Roberts Perriman Law Firm with an idea. Develop an event that would bring together leaders in the trucking industry to discuss topics critical to current industry challenges.
I jumped at the chance because I thought it would be a great idea that we could talk to the trucking leadership and hopefully each benefit from a give and take.
The result became the Trucking Leadership Symposium, a one-day event held at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Over 200 trucking industry leaders benefited from the broad knowledge base provided by these two companies.
We have represented Great West Casualty for over 30 years. They are experts in the trucking industry. They provide insurance for trucking companies, and they do a fantastic job in making sure that their customers are well taken care of. So with that in mind, I was honored that they would choose me to participate, and I think hopefully in part is because our firm has developed over the last 30 years an expertise in representing trucking companies. We represent them not only in cases where there's accidents, claims of that sort, but we do a broad range perspective of the trucking industry. We handle all aspects such as owner-operator issues, issues concerning safety, as well as issues on the business side.
From the beginning, every effort was made to choose topics that were most relevant to the industry.
When we were trying to decide which topics or issues that we wanted to discuss, we had to narrow them down. And there were a number that we would really like to have covered, but we narrowed them down to the hot topics of today, which would be employee misclassification, owner-operator issues, CSA, the economy, and law enforcement. One of the hot topics in the trucking industry today is what we call CSA. One of the leading experts, if you will, in this new area is Jeff Davis with Jet Express. Jeff, in my mind, is the guru of CSA. He's studied it, he's intimately familiar with all the details of it, and we were really lucky to have Jeff as a presenter at our conference.
The symposium not only gave attendees the chance to hear presentations from experts, it also afforded them the opportunity to interact with representatives charged with enforcing trucking regulations.
There was a great give and take there in terms of getting information so both parties could be familiar with the regulations. Another advantage was we had the opportunity to have representatives from Missouri Department of Transportation as well as the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, again looking at their interpretation of the regulations and allowing participants to question those interpretations and how they affect them in their daily operations as a trucking company.
Having covered the past and the present in the industry, the symposium also took time to look into the future.
Given the state of the economy the last 2 years in the trucking industry, which has been in the tank, to perhaps address those issues as to what we're looking at for the next few years. We were lucky enough to get Noel Perry, who is a leading economist who deals with trucking issues, to help us understand what we can look forward to in the next few years. The good news is from Noel that the next couple of years are going to be great years for the trucking industry, and we're going to hold him to that.
The success of the symposium can be judged from the comments made by those who attended.
First of all, you've held an excellent meeting here, and so I think you're going to have people that are going to want to come back to something like this. And the real key is that you have excellent content, you have excellent speakers, and you have the opportunity to ask questions. You know, we're in a real fluid, changing environment out there. People need to stay informed. You know, I think one of the issues out there is people have such a sense of how busy they are, kind of a sense of urgency that they don't always think of coming to things like this, but it's critical.
You know, I thought it was a great venue for Great West, and then with Perriman coming on board with the law firm, it brought a unique venue that's something that nobody's really else has done recently, and I thought it was very beneficial. It's always good to network with other clients and customers and prospects, and just a great opportunity.
Just staying current, I think, is probably the most important thing. That if I'm going to spend time and come travel to an event, I want it to be relevant to what I'm dealing with today. And I think Great West, Roberts Perriman did a great job of bringing relevant issues to us today.
Yes, I would come to another leadership symposium. I thought it was very helpful.
With close to 200 people attending our conference, we were encouraged, and we are looking forward to doing this again in the very near future.